All right, we're asked to find the set of values of k for which the equation given has two distinct roots. Now, this is a quadratic, and so we're going to need to look into b squared minus 4ac, the discriminant. And for it to have two distinct roots, it's going to be greater than 0. So let's get it into the right form. First of all, I'm going to multiply out the bracket. X squared plus 2x plus 11 is going to equal 2kx minus k. And that's going to mean that x squared, now I'm going to minus 2kx from both sides. So plus 2x minus 2kx plus 11 plus k is going to equal 0. And I can just do a little bit more now. I can actually factorize out that x. So it's going to be x squared plus 2 minus 2k, and then x plus 11 plus k. Put this in a bracket, equals 0. So I have my value for a in the discriminant. I have my value for b and for c. So now I can use b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0. 2 minus 2k squared. In fact, I could have factorized out the 2 and done 2 bracket 1 minus k bracket, but all right, I've done this now. Minus 4 times 1 times 11 plus k, that is going to be greater than 0. We've got inequality to solve. So this is going to be 4 plus 4k squared minus 8k, because it's just 2 minus 2k times 2 minus 2k. I've just cross multiplied. Then minus, I could just ignore this 1, minus 4 times 11, so minus 44, minus 4k is greater than 0. So, I can see a common factor of 4. So I think before I tidy up any more, I could do that, but I'm going to divide through by 4. So 1 plus k squared minus 2k minus 11 minus k greater than 0. It's going to make sense to do that at some point. I just show you to do it now. So k squared minus 3k minus 10 is greater than 0. Of course, you might combine it and then divide by 4. Right, this is a quadratic inequality. So the way we deal with this is we solve and find the roots. Like maybe they're here and here. And if we think about what the graph would look like, then we can look at where it is, or in this case, greater than 0, which would be here and here. But sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. First of all, let's find the roots. So it's going to be k minus 5 times k plus 2 is greater than 0, which is going to give a root at 5 and 1 at minus 2. And actually, okay, my sketch isn't accurate, but it's good enough. Minus 2 and 5. And we can see where the curve is positive. It's here. So it's going to be all these values of x, or here, all these ones that are less than minus 2. So I was about to write x there. Technically, it's k is less than minus 2, or k is greater than 5.